Good. Am I live? Are you sure? Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the program. It is I. It is me. I am here. I had a shower and then my hair's like half wet, half frizzy. It hasn't decided what it wants to do for the day. Everything is good. Everything is fine. I am in Philly. This will be a quicker episode, probably just 30 minutes because I have a plane to catch at some juncture. Philly is awful. Philly is disgusting and weird. Let's take a look at these. There you go. And I will also say, if you have not already, you don't know what you're missing, go watch the latest AEW with Alex Windsor, who doesn't really have a nickname. She should get a nickname. I should have done that on the show. You watch someone wrestle, you see them make their entrance, you think she's a nice gal, she's a tough gal, but a sweet gal. And then you sit and talk with her, and she just distorts your mind. One of the filthiest people I've ever met in my encounters. It is repulsive. It is disgusting, but you need to go watch, go like, go comment, go share, go tell her and Will Ospreay that her filth is okay. She's found the right community. That would be a really good idea. Let's talk to people here. Darren said, you don't think Philly has good coffee, or do you just find it dunks? I've been able to find Starbucks. We're by the airport. It takes a while to get anything. It sucks. Dunkin' Donuts is awful. I don't like the color scheme. I don't like the cups. I don't like the fun they're having. That's not what drinking coffee is about for me. Let that be a lesson to you. Walter said, hi, RJ. Walter said, I saw AEW Collision on Saturday. Good match. It was a really, really nuts time. It really was. A lot went on. Moxley and Daniel Garcia, they opened the show. And then the women went nuts. And you had Adam Priest and Tommy Billington. It was a whole thing. Josh Alexander cut a hell of a promo. Everybody went buck wild. And now the news that Bryan Danielson will now officially be a part of the Dynamite commentary team. Full time. Nice of him to be able to go to Australia to do press. Be able to be on the Dynamite commentary team full time. And somehow still no show 0 hour. What becomes of 0 hour now that we're doing these earlier shows and that we're now on Max, HBO? I'm going to say HBO. And we now have this tailgate brawl thing that's on Saturday. Right, leading into the pay-per-view. What becomes of 0 hour? I don't know. I don't have any questions. Is there a possibility that we are in our hometown? Renee and I have nothing to do. It's possible. Is it possible we even host whatever this tailgate brawl is? Also possible. Could go either way. So hang on, because nobody knows what's happening. Darren said, just watched the new Hey W with Alex Windsor, and I'm in tears. I'm laughing so hard. Well, that's I don't know if it's that funny. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Darren said, good morning, my loves. Darren said, we should start a petition to get RJ on commentary. I don't think Taz could tolerate that. Mass Sanity, good morning, everyone. Mass Sanity, I believe, was at the show yesterday. I saw him in the front row. Am I correct in assuming that? I saw you on, it's hard to tell because I'm not able to go out there. And the monitors I'm watching on are very small. But I believe I saw you applauding. Priestman said, good morning. I hope everyone slept well, except RJ, of course. I'm assuming you probably slept like shit. Saturdays, when we do collisions, are very long days. I got to the building at 10. I left for the building at 10 to do a hay and to film other shit. And then I didn't get home until midnight. And then I had to get up, of course, at 7 a.m. For hay stuff. And then do this. And then I will fly home and work on other shit. This is my social life now, by the way. I have no social life. I don't hang out with people. People are like, let's get a coffee, guys. But sure. And then I can't. It's awful. It's okay. By the way, I do want to plug the wonderful Mystery Wrestling happening Sunday in Toronto after the All Out pay-per-view. It's going to be fantastic. I also want to plug this. I'm in a plugging mood. This is my own show. It's my own plugs. Fuck it. All Elite Comedy comes to St. Louis the day before Wrestle Dream at the Crack Box, which is alarming. Friday, August 17th, 7 p.m. This is a very unusual, couple of first-timers on this, couple of former performers, and some first-timers. Obviously, me and Colt. Stand-up by Tony Schiavone. Harley Cameron do whatever the fuck she wants. And then we have Tekla, first time, and Jeff and Karen Jarrett. What a fucking world. Go buy tickets. The links are everywhere. It's going to be great. Miss Handy said, have you experienced other cities with street as narrow and as difficult to navigate through as Philly? You know, it's so weird. It is the first time ever that I took an Uber. I was going to a restaurant the other night, and he turned down a side street, and he's like, I gotta let you guys off here. And we looked down, and there was no way that this SUV was going to make it down the street. It's not only a narrow street, but it had all parking on one side of the street. It's like, how do people get in or out of here? You must just have no side mirrors. It's a European layout, but without the charm and the architecture. Like no architect here in Philly thought, let's make this building pretty too. That wasn't an option. Christine said, good morning. Happy 155th episode of Hey. That's so ridiculous. That's so bizarre. And we have another one in the can. It's timely. It's thematic. It's going to be bad. Mia said, for your appearance at Comic-Con in New York, can we mail request items to be signed? That's another plug, Mia. I have no idea about that. I will be at the New York Comic-Con October 9th to 12th, a Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on how I feel. Autographs and photo ops will be available. Times, pricing, and booth info to come. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. You would have to message Pro Wrestling Tees. And let me see what the lineup here is. It's a fucking weird collection of people. Let me see if I can find it. Tees. This is the old crew. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Matt Hardy, Willow Nightingale, Hornswoggle, me, Brody King, Danhausen, this fucking asshole like he needs another paycheck, and this fucking asshole like she needs another paycheck. So we're in business. I mean, I'm certainly happy to sign whatever I get. So don't worry about me, but I don't know how that works logistically. Red Dog said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Original Sin said, ooh, I'm way far behind. So I'm ranting. Anyone else afraid that if RJ stays in Philly any longer, he might unironically jog the stairs? I have no interest in doing that. It's so stupid. I don't jog anyway, especially outside. Christine said, you can, Mia. You can order photos or send stuff. I can send you a link. Well, I had no idea. Christine, post the link here. Miss Andy said, I've had Wawa and Starbucks while in Philly. I haven't seen a Sheets, that's for sure. Is Dunkin' as bad as Tim's? I would say, Mikey, Dunkin' is actually better than Tim's. But I still avoid them. Sometimes if there's just a Tim's or a Dunkin', I honestly, earnestly debate just not getting anything. And I never enjoy it when I do. I love Wawa. RJ is a Sheets kind of fell. Sheets has the right irreverence for a gas station shop. RJ Skinamax. Danielson sucks. Thank you, Darren. James said, great episode of Alex Windsor. She looks like she could play Chris Statlander in a future biopic. Well, I think they're the same age. Christine said, coming out with me and Audrey in the front row at All Out. Christine is coming to All Out. She's going to have a good time. Mia said, have you pitched a show on HBO/Max? You're men of many talents. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, things have been thrown around. Meal and Match is always on the table. They're like, oh, let's get sponsored. It's like, okay. And then I heard nothing. Mason, he said, yes, I was in the front row. He was there on the front row, opposite commentary. So if you're walking down the entrance and you make a right to go around the ring, he was right there. I was there with Mrs. Blue Maney, who's a lovely woman, and my girlfriend. Look at you. Is there a Mrs. Massanity? Prisma said, RJ, you're getting sick. You sound a bit hoarse. I'm hoarse. I have allergies season. You get allergies when you get older, which is like, oh, no one told me about this. And it's like, it's here. And then I did do a tremendous amount of talking yesterday and going in the hot and cold building, and it rained, and it altered my voice. I feel better. I'm going to be better tomorrow. I'm just annoyed by it all. Darren said, bring your comedy show to Cape Cod. You'll love it in Massachusetts. I don't think you understand how this operates. We're hitching our wagon to AEW. So if they want to run Cape Cod, then we will. Elite Easy said, please remember there are people in the world not like us. Mike said, where have you eaten so far in Philly? I went to this place the other night that was recommended to me by someone on our crew who's from Philly. Said, if you want to know any places to eat, let me know. I said, I do. He let me know. I'll say the name of it. It's called Langelo's, L''Angelo's. And it's BYOB. Liquor laws are weird here, but it's BYOB, which made me very interested. Not that I bring it, but it would. And from the outside, place looks like shit. And it's Italian. And I thought, this can't be bad. And I would say, in all earnestness, top 3 Italian restaurants I've ever eaten in my life. And halfway through dinner, some table left half a bottle of red wine, and the waiter just brought it to our table. It was like eating in someone's house. It just blew my mind. And I thought, because BYOB at an Italian restaurant means we have such good food, we're not even going to try to fuck you on the wine. You come here for the food. If you want to drink, you bring your own shit, but we have to focus on the fucking food. That's what I love. Excellent. And then the next night I ate at a place that was not so good. It was a fucking like hipstery, they make it sound like a lot of meat, and then it's like, oh, it's an experience, and it's just like a little stick of meat. It's like, fuck off. Elite EC said, AEW booth at a Comic-Con which day? Coffee crew discount? What? I don't have the ability to discount anyone's shit for an AEW, but what is wrong with you? It's not my booth. Mia said, since you guys are in Philly for a month, have you tried different cheesesteaks in the city? No, I think cheesesteaks are disgusting. I don't like that kind of bread. I don't like that kind of meat. I don't like that kind of cheese. And even if the best cheesesteak in the world is still going to ruin your inside. So I don't really see the point of it while I need to work. If I had a week to lie in bed and maybe shit in a bucket, I'd be interested. Darren said Dunks is the best because he's an idiot. Kevin said, yay, cheesesteaks. We're different people. Red Dog said Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'. I mean, neither. I can't tell you the last time I had a donut. Mike said you have to get in the burbs or Lehigh Valley for Sheets. Sheets is not urban enough. Elite Easy E said HBO Max doesn't seem that interested in children's programming. Oh, that's a shame. Hannibal said, have you watched the Pee Wee Herman documentary? Yes. And not only have I, but I also went on Talk is Jericho with David Arquette to discuss it. So keep up, Hannibal. Harley has a request because she has nothing to do. You're a naughty penguin who escaped the zoo. Run. They're chasing you. You give birth. Remember when I used to sing nice songs and do cute little skits and be like, oh, that was nice. Okay. All right. Okay. It's not about you. This is not about you. Stop making it about you. This is my life. This is my space. This is a place of peace. They're coming. You're that penguin. Wait. What's that? A baby. Back off my child. All right, that's the scene. It's awful. All these scenes are awful because your fucking suggestions are awful. They're shit. You don't know what the fuck he's doing. Walter said, Alex Windsor, cool guest on Hey WRJ. You did good guestions. Spyra Fastest said, RJ, will we get an East Coast only comedy show? Will we do it in fucking Chicago all the time? If there's a New York pay-per-view, well, I mean, we could certainly try New Jersey. We've only done it in Chicago before, so St. Louis is our first time on the road. It's a big test. If we don't sell out, we probably won't be doing another one. So buy your fucking tickets. Prisma said, what did you have at Langelo's? I had a burrata salad. I had artichokes. I had a plate of mushrooms and cheese, and I had chicken breast over vegetables, and it was delightful. Everyone's saying hi to Harley. Mia said, have you had crumble cookies? Yes, and I find them gimmicky. Elite Easy E said, you should probably stay away from anyone who claims their meat is holistic. I've slept with people like that. Walter said, hi, Harley Cameron, watch AEW. I watch AEW wrestling. RJ's a funny dude. Mike said, Langelo's is great. Try Fiorella in South Philly. I might just go back to Langelo's. I don't want to take the risk. Christine said, he looks like more of a bumblebee more than a penguin. Are you more of a Floyd Robinson or an Earl Cannonbear person? Well, I mean, Floyd, you have to include Count Floyd in that. And I don't think Earl had the range, even though he did one on the town and certainly got very involved in the community. I think Floyd, just for Count Floyd alone, and for being a drunk, wins for me. Christine said, what did that stuff Harley force feed you taste like? It's up on AW socials because we're coming back to Australia in February. She fed me Milo, which basically just tastes like Nestle's Quick, like chocolate milk powder. They act like it's fucking special, and it's not. They probably spent $50 on shipping to get that, and it's the same fucking shit you can get anywhere. Dara said, it might be because I waked and baked, but I think that noise at the end of the skit made me laugh my ass off. God bless. Mia said, sing a nice song or a skit in memory of our cult. Oh, that's so sweet, Mia. That's kind of what this is about. Okay. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring is sprung. Every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I want to run and play hide and seek. I want to go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up all those forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful spring to be sprung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm going to feel the way I do today because you make me feel so young. Isn't that nice? Harley has an... Oh, no, Mike G has a request first. Your Harley's therapist reading her request. Ms. Cameron, it has come to my attention that... there's no nice way of putting this, so I'll just say it bluntly, you're a fucking idiot. That is the medical, clinical term. It is not a psychological disorder. It's not something that can be medicated or altered artificially. It's just the way you are. And my only advice would be to do as less of it as possible. The smaller you make yourself, the better off the whole world will be. Your intentions are wrong. Your intensity is alarming. And any of your goals seem far-fetched and bizarre, and they may be fun for you. They are certainly harmful to the larger community. I'm going to suggest you meditate and see how nice that was? And Harley has another one. You're madly in love with Harley Cameron. Confess your love and ask her on a date. Fart and ruin everything. It's a poop, not fart. Oh, no. Harley, I always knew that I needed a fucking idiot. And I can think of no one better than you. So if you're interested, I mean, I know I have a coffee here, but if you wanted to, that was a bit. I'm just doing bits, wacky bits. Oh, look. Oh, I might have shit myself. Look at that. I commit to the bit. And scene, also fucking awful. Still bad. Walter said, RJ, how's the weather in Philly? If it's cold, wear pants and a shirt. Don't catch it cold. It's just gross here. I don't know. The air is gross here. See, Christine said that was nice. Darren said, beautiful song. Prisma said, thought you were going to puke during the song for a minute. My apologies. I said, Blue Meanie said that Mrs. Meanie thinks you're great. Well, I think they're both swell. Christine said, the ladies love cool RJ. Walter said, Harley, you will win more matches in AEW, and RJ will be nice to you at AEW pay-per-views. Darren said he's going to throw up in his mouth. Look at that smile when he does Harley's request. Yeah, I'm just nutty about it. They're bad. They're all bad. And when I say bad, I mean they are not good. I cannot emphasize that enough. By the way, it comes to my attention, it really bothers me, that the AEW shirts have been taken off Shop AEW. I don't know why. It's really fucking irritating because their print to order is not costing them any money. But the mugs are still available. So just buy the fucking mug. Buy as many mugs as possible. They've denied me the opportunity to make more money. That's nice. Fucking Brian won't show up for 0 hour. I guess they're not going to take his fucking merch down. So if you have a AEW shirt, congrats. Because they don't seem to be making them anymore. Elite EZ said, okay, what about a coffee date MVP package for the Hammerstein show? I'd have a coffee date with MVP if that's what you're asking. Christine said, say 3 genuinely nice things about Harley. She hasn't killed anyone that I'm aware of. She loves life. And she's very musically talented. Mia said, what is your cheat meal for today? Great question. I don't know. I'm going to see when I get home. I'm going to see how I feel. I have this. Sometimes if you eat on top of this, it gets worse. It'll be fastidious. I'd love a sorbet. Maddie said, what are some good albums to listen to? I'm currently, this morning I had on Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Review. It's when he went through his electric phase. Kevin said, what is your Halloween costume going to be this year? I'm going to be Tony Schiavone. I think this, but not, I'm young, hot, sexy, like, fuck me, Tony Schiavone. Remember, he was just like, fucking everybody? That's the one I'm going to be. Me said, wait, no more AEW shirts? Yeah, fucking shit. Prisma said, if you got sentenced to death and the man asked you what you wanted for your last meal, what would you ask for? You can have 2 appetizers, 2 main courses, and 2 desserts. First appetizer, baked clams from Umberto's in Garden City. That's the first. Would also get a salad from that place, a tricolored salad. There's a portobello mushroom. It has burrata. It's nice. 2 main courses. I would get a thin crust margarita pizza, large, well done. I would also get a white pizza, 4 cheeses, large, well done. And 2 desserts. Spumoni ice cream and a WWF ice cream bar. That's pretty fun. And then I'm like, all right, I'm good. Mia said, I'm glad I had my first one and the black AW shirts. Mike said, what was Brian's excuse for missing 0 hour? He got tied up. Thanks for letting us fucking die live. Lead Easy said, can you film it? I don't know what you're talking about. Darren said, those are nice things. Walter said, oh, hey, W, who would you like to interview next? Maybe Wardlow? Walter, I've already interviewed Wardlow. I've interviewed, I guess, 155. More than that. I don't know how many people have been on the show. I mean, it's at least got to be like 170, probably close to 200. You count the people who come on in pairs and groups of 4s and the refs. There are plenty of other people on the list. Bother them, not me. Mia said, Wrestling March is still available? Yes, it's because they respect Renee. It's a personal slight against me. Red Dog said, are you going to rock the Shivani piercings? And I mean, the ears, yes, I'm going to do that little sexy goatee you used to have with the Hawaiian shirt. Mia said, how can you eat all of that food dying? Well, I'm going to die anyway. Who gives a shit? Christine said, that's a pretty good memory. You can keep the claims. Mind your own fucking business. Worry about your own electric chair meal. Dara said, I'll be listening to the Blank Check podcast episode about the man who wasn't there today. So I'm here. I'm sure I'll hear some good Shaloub discussion I'll be thinking of you. Have you this new bread show with Tony Shalhoub, Breaking Bread, or what's in the? It's all about bread, or whatever the fuck it is. What is this? Tucci fucking started this shit. That reminds me, Allison Rosen texted me. Said, I'm at a party and they have this, and it's a picture of Stanley Tucci's book, The Tucci Table. So I'm going to write her back now. I am currently doing my coffee show and ranting about Tony Shalhoub's stupid fucking new bread show on CNN and how Tucci started this awful and remembered you texted me this piece of shit. Thank you. Brisbane said, how very Italian of you for your last meal. Christine, send 5 memberships. God bless this woman. Dave, Loopy, KP, Amy, you all have memberships now. I don't know why. Christine said, sassing me as I gift membership. I didn't fucking ask you to gift the memberships. Mia said, since MJF is married, do you believe he'll become a kinder person? No, everyone's just aiding and abetting his worst instincts. He's not going to get any better. More like Stanley Tucci. Mike said that prick Tucci had the camera panned to him during the U.S. Open. He looked miserable. What a piece of shit. An awful person. Speaking of awful people, Leo has been using the Vince McMahon emoji, which I still like because it's a cartoon and it's not in support. It's in mockery. So I think that's good. By the way, I just saw this. I went to fucking Starbucks the other day and they have the stack of cups. And they all have shit written on them. So you give them like they're imagine being the person just writing random shit on the. Hannibal said, have you ever seen the 1941 movie Hell's a Poppin'? And if so, is it worth me tracking down? Yeah. It's let me see if I remember this. Is this Merlin Olsen? Who's in it? Olsen. No. Don't know if it's worth you tracking down. Shemp is in it as Louis the projectionist. I don't really remember this. I mean, it got nominated for an Academy Award for the best song of Pigfoot Pete and lost to White Christmas. It's not going to be bad to see. I think there's other movies. If you can only watch one movie this year, I probably wouldn't pick it. Mia said, what's the meaning of writing on the cups of Starbucks? That's what I like, to fake sincerity and joy. Christine said, YouTube picks the recipients. I just throw memberships into the ether. Good for her. Mia said, I don't need a message in my beverage. Absolutely. It's very Lululemon bag to me. Leo said, remember when Vince covered himself in poo on TV? Weird what we know about now, hiding in plain sight. He was not hiding. Wrestling is just shunned from society. Darren said, what was your name at Starbucks today? Nothing. This is just me because I got Uber Eats. Prisma said, will you be at Mystery Wrestling in Toronto since you're from there? It's a mystery. So even if I said I won't be there, you can be like, sure. I think Hell's a Poppin' has a famous dance sequence. Yeah, I mean, do you want to watch a whole movie just for that? Leo's just going on late post-Attitude Era things. Leo's in an odd state right now. Hannibal said, I heard it was a big inspiration for Gremlins 2, and I love that, one of the best sequels. Seeing you in underwear makes me a better man, said Rui York. Well, I'm a worse person because of this entire experience. That is the show. That is the program right now. Plugging Mystery Wrestling. I am plugging the New York City Comic Con in October. The night before Wrestle Dream, All Elite Comedy in St. Louis. Buy the tickets, buy my mugs, and right fucking now, go to AEW's YouTube and watch the latest AEW with Alex Windsor. If you watched it already, watch it again. Go watch, go like, go comment, go share, go tell her she's funny and disgusting. Go tell AEW that you like it. You should put my shirts back up. Go hack the algorithm. It'll be nice. The final look. Listen to the sound of my naked body getting up off this chair. Oh boy, it's wet too. Oh boy. All right. There you go. Do we have it? I guess we do.